And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So, however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. All right. Can y'all hear me? Hello. I'm not getting, Alec, was that something? All right. Okay. Yeah. Maybe y'all can hear me. All right. Everything's going good. I think I did hear myself there. I apologize for that. Once again, I got to be the producer. I got to be everything, but it seems like y'all can hear me. So let's rock with the show. And if this entire show is silent, I'll be pissed. But I think I heard myself there for a second. Yeah, there it is. All right. Yeah. All right. We're good. All right. No worries. Sound is good, folks. No technical difficulties. We've got full sound. Bingo, bango. Perfect. Alrighty, folks. Here we go. Today is a big old Thursday, folks. Thank goodness, finally, there's a little bit of the break in the action here of NFL news. I mean, the last literally 3 weeks, 4 weeks, ever since the NFL ended, folks, with the Super Bowl, we've been getting wild NFL information, new players signing with new teams, crossing over, like changing big time. 1 second, folks, excuse us. Hello? Okay, copy. Yep. Alrighty, not the best start to the show already. We didn't even know if we could hear you. Got the phone ringing, but we are all good. Here we go. Big old Thursday, folks. A little bit of a break in the action with the NFL news, thank goodness, because we got to watch Russell Wilson. Are y'all ready to watch Russell Wilson and see if this man is good anymore, folks? We've got to get down to the bottom of it. And I'm not saying he's not good, folks. I don't want this to be misconstrued or anything like that, where, we're knocking Russell Wilson or think he's trash or anything like that. We just want to make sure he's still good. We've seen the Seahawks struggling as of recently. The Seahawks just traded away Russell Wilson. Did the Broncos get a little bit of not good used goods, bad used goods? I don't know. So we've got to kind of investigate the Russell Wilson scenario. Whoa, were the Seahawks being bad and not good getting into the playoffs? Was that because of the Seahawks in general? Was that because of the offensive coordinators? Because the turnover there in Seattle was not the greatest over there. I think he had like 3 different offensive coordinators the last 3 seasons, at least 2 at minimum. So was it the coordinators? Was it Pete Carroll? Was it just stagnant? Got to switch it up a little bit? Or is it Russell Wilson causing a little bit of the dysfunction of the overall Seahawks dynasty that it was? I mean, we have to kind of count it at what it was. I mean, 2 Super Bowls, looking really gosh dang good, always competitive, always in the middle of the playoff hunt every single year. I mean, that's a little bit of a mini dynasty, I think. We can give that a little bit of credit. So we're investigating Russell Wilson finally today on the show because of no big news breaking in the NFL. One story I do want to get to in the NFL that we will get to, the whole Devontae Adams thing. Once again, he had his press conference the other day. What were those quotes and any slight digs to Aaron Rodgers? Definitely want to point those out if there are any. So, gonna watch Russell Wilson today. We've got rookie highlights. We've got Super Bowl year winning highlights. And then we've got the highlights of what he did this past season. And all we're just looking for is there any sort of show of decline? That's really all we're looking for. It's not going to be drastic because, Russell Wilson is still, just baseline great. I mean, he hasn't really shown us anything that is truly trash. But, once we have like all the information presented in front of us and all that, then we can make our judgment on that. So we'll investigate Russell Wilson today on the show. All right, we're going to also do the NBA, but we are going to set a 10-minute timer on that. We're going to do a classic NBA Daily 10, and we'll also set another 10-minute timer if we run over here for 10 minutes of betting as well. Also want to kind of maybe squeeze in March Madness betting because that resumes today as well, tonight actually. So, couple of things to do on the show here. Time sensitive. Y'all know how that goes. So let's see if we can do it today. Can we finally do it today? Can we finally squeeze in Russell Wilson? We should, because that's really the only main topic we've got today on the show. So hopefully we can get to that. So let's start it here. We'll start with the NBA, break all that down, then we'll shift gears to the NFL and start talking Russell Wilson. But let's set a 10-minute timer. We got 10 minutes on the clock here. Next 10 minutes, uninterrupted basketball talk of what just happened yesterday in the NBA. We've got 10 minutes on the clock, and the 10 minutes starts right now. All right. Yeah, a lot of games on last night. We had 4 bets going, and we went 2 of 2. Thankfully, the good teams, the great teams that we know are great teams, are kind of cashing out with us. So we may just have to stick to strictly betting great teams down the stretch for the regular season. I think I'm done with everything else, but we'll see how that goes when we see the value, and then that goes right out the window. But first game up here, we got the Knicks at the Hornets. Knicks take care of business, winning 121-106. Once again, the Hornets, they're so up and down. This is not a legitimate team. Yes, they're winning some games here and there. They're beating the Hawks, looking like a solid 9th seed. But that's really all this Hornets team is, a solid 9th seed overall. Can't beat the Knicks. I mean, come on. So the Hornets, LaMelo Ball did his thing, 32 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, still not enough. Terry Rozier, 18 big old points, still not enough. And then Miles Bridges, third leading scorer with 15 points, and everything just kind of goes down from there. So the greatness of the Hornets, while they have been winning, really has been coming from everybody. It's not just, LaMelo Ball getting it done. It's all 5 starters and at least, 2 bench pieces of, Isaiah Thomas or Kelly Oubre Jr. or Montrezl Harrell or Cody Martin. And all those players last night were well below average. We had Cody Martin shooting 28%. We had Kelly Oubre Jr. only taking 5 shots, only playing 5 minutes, and Isaiah Thomas shooting 22%. That's never going to get it done. So the Hornets bench truly let him down last night, and we'll see how they do in the play-in tournament. And then for the New York Knicks, once again, no Julius Randle, and they're able to get the win. Julius Randle holding this team back. Please, Knicks, whatever you do next season, do not center your offense around Julius Randle. It does not work. It does not translate to wins. And Julius Randle is not consistent to be that kind of number one option. Facilitate the floor while the offense runs through him. Let's switch it up a little bit. Knicks got it done last night. RJ Barrett, 30 big old points. We had Obi Toppin filling in for Julius Randle at the 4, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. That's pretty gosh dang good. He was a plus 19 on the floor in 39 minutes. Yeah, that's the highest plus minus for the Knicks last night. So yeah, Obi Toppin kind of doing better than Julius Randle overall. We love it. We had Jericho Sims in the starting lineup. We've discovered this, man. We watched a live Knicks game about 2 weeks ago, and we were loving what we were seeing from Jericho Sims. Another big, and he gets in the starting lineup last night. 10 points, 3 rebounds. Obviously needs to do a little bit better, but, that's a good kind of first start. I give him some credit. Watch out for Jericho Sims. This man may be something solid as he kind of progresses in his career. Evan Fournier, 12 points, 7 assists, nothing fantastic. The man shot 28%, classic Evan Fournier. And then we had Alec Burks with 17 points and 7 rebounds off the bench. Taj Gibson, 12 points. Emmanuel Quickly, 10.7 assists, enough to get it done for the Knicks and beat this Hornets team. So Knicks get the win, 121-106. Hornets, come on, you got to be more consistent. You got to beat this Knicks team. They did not last night. So Hornets, just still kind of classic Hornets in our mind. All right, next game up, we got the Hawks at the Pistons. And once again, Hawks, we've got to win back-to-back games here. We've got to be consistent. So once again, the Hawks not moving the needle on us, blah team. Hornets not moving the needle on us, a blah team. They're not turning any corners. These are classic 9-10 seeds. Nothing good. They're not going to be competitive against the great teams. They may win a game here that surprises everybody, but then they get blown out by 21 points against a Pistons team. I mean, come on. We like the Pistons, and we think they're a little bit average-ish, but I mean, we're talking about the Hawks. You've got to beat this Pistons team, man, and they didn't, and they got blown out by 21 points. So Hawks, once again, not a good team. Don't buy into the hype of the Hawks, folks. For the Pistons last night, we had Cade Cunningham, 17 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Love Cade Cunningham. Jeremy Grant, 21 points, 8 rebounds. Well done. Sadiq Bey, 10 points on 23% shooting. Not good, but good enough to get it done. And then Isaiah Stewart, 8 points, 10 rebounds to help out. But look at this Pistons bench, folks. Holy moly. We had Killian Hayes, 13 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. Marvin Bagley, 13.6 rebounds. Rodney McGruder, 10.6 assists, 5 rebounds. And then Kelly Olynyk, 16 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, man, oh man, that is 4 players deep of all 10 plus points scoring and then magnificent assisting and rebounding numbers. Wow, Pistons showed out in full force last night. Hawks weren't able to keep up, and the Hawks were pretty much at full strength last night. The classic, what they just won the other night with. It's not like they didn't have Trae Young or anything like that. No, they had Trae Young. Trae Young, 21 points, 9 assists. Yeah, solid game. Not enough to get it done. DeAndre Hunter, second leading scorer, 15 points. We had Clint Capella, 1.9 rebounds. Come on, let's get the bigs involved a little bit more. Bogdanovich coming off the bench, only 13 points on 3 of 8 from the 3. Not enough to get it done. Hawks, man, so unimpressive and truly just kind of heartbreaking of how great they were last year to how lackluster they are this year. Really wish they were more consistent, but they lose by 21 to the Pistons, folks. Hawks lose 122 to 101. All right, next game up, we got the Kings and the Pacers, and we finally have the answer of who won the trade, the superstar swap between the Pacers and the Kings, and we finally have our answer. The winner of the trade is the Kings, folks, and it's right here. This is why they are the winners of the trade. We get no Sabonis last night, like we were saying. Kings down 1 point, 109, 108 with 7 seconds left. We have Trey Lyles taking a game-winning 3 that does not go, but we got Jones with the putback at the buzzer with 0.2 seconds left to go up 110, 109 and to win the game. So on basically their first head-to-head matchup after the trade, the Kings win by 1 point, not having De'Aaron Fox, not having Sabonis. Kings are the official winners of that superstar swap that they had. So congratulations to the Kings, and also congratulations to Davion Mitchell. Another great performance getting into the starting lineup. Once again, no De'Aaron Fox, so Davion Mitchell at the 25.7 assists. Yeah. So the Kings, they have some interesting decisions to do in the offseason. Do you trade De'Aaron Fox? You can probably get another superstar. You can probably get a lot of draft picks. So there are some options for this Kings team. You have Dante DiVincenzo coming off the bench that you got from the Bucks, another guard that can help out. Davion Mitchell's showing, hey, I'm a very good young player out here emerging, and I can handle the guard duties and win games. No Sabonis, and he's still winning games. Got to give credit to Davion Mitchell. So shout out to him, 25.7 assists, absolutely love it. Then we had Chimezie Metu coming off the bench, 22 points. He was the second leading scorer. And then everybody just kind of filling in. Trey Lyles, 11 points. Damian Jones, 12 points with the game winner. Harrison Barnes, 11 points. Jeremy Lamb, 10 points. Dante DiVincenzo, 11 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds coming off the bench. See what we mean by, hey, you may be able to get, trade De'Aaron Fox for some more value. Kings with the win last night, absolutely fantastic. And then for the Pacers, who had Tyrese Halliburton, who had Buddy Hield, who they got from the trade, not enough to get it done against the Kings team that was short-handed. I mean, what are we doing, Pacers? Truly, what the hell are we doing? Tyrese Halliburton, 13 points, 15 assists. That's okay. Not enough to get it done. He also only shot 28%. Not good. Buddy Hield, 5 of 8 from the 3 for 25 big ol' points. Not enough to get it done. He had 4 steals and 7 assists to go along with that. But once again, not enough to get it done. Unfortunate. Goga Batadze at the 5, 20 points, 9 rebounds. Absolutely fantastic. And then O'Shea Brissett with a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. But once again, not enough to get it done. Couldn't close out the game last night. And the Kings get the 1-point win, 110 to 109. Pacers got to do better. What the hell? All right, then we get the Jazz at the Celtics, and this is a game that we bet last night. Celtics -5, and they had no problem covering that. They win by 28, folks, against a Jazz team that was basically at full strength. They were just missing Bogdanovich last night. This Celtics team is the absolute real deal, the most consistent team, the most dominant team in the NBA is the Boston Celtics, folks. So respect and recognize the big C, folks. Gotta love it. And once again, this Celtics team blowing out good teams. We just had the 76ers last night. They're truly letting us down. They're not blowing out any team. LeBron didn't even play last night, and the 76ers only went by like 5 points. It's like, yes, you're taking care of business, which is fine, but we still want to see you have these blowouts here and there. Blow out good teams, blow out bad teams, but let's just see something dominant for a full 4 quarters, and we're not getting that from the 76ers. So a little disappointed in them. But once again, why we're so high on this Celtics team blowing out the Jazz by 28. That's so gosh dang impressive, folks. Let's see how they did it. Jason, superstar Tatum, 26 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Jaylen Brown, 26 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Fantastic. Marcus Smart back last night, only took 3 shots. We love that. 5 points, 13 assists. That's, whoa, I love it, folks. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Marcus Smart facilitating the floor, letting the superstars, letting the shot makers, the ball handlers do their thing. Tatum, Jaylen Brown, love the way Marcus Smart has been playing, folks. I cannot get enough of it. Robert Williams also back last night, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Once again, just efficient, getting it done. 4 blocks as well. Get that defense up. Yes, sir. And then coming off the bench, Derek White, 10 points, 5 assists. We had Daniel Tice. Daniel Tice is even winning me over, folks. We were knocking that man all last season, even all early on this season when he was with the Rockets. We were actively betting against the Rockets when Daniel Tice was in the lineup, folks. But here he is, 11 points, 3 rebounds coming out the bench. Peyton Pritchard again. Peyton Pritchard with 3 straight good games. Like, oh, what is happening? The Celtics team has truly turned everything around, and I cannot gush about it enough. I love the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard, 11 points, 3 rebounds last night. Enough to get it done for the Celtics team. Absolutely fantastic. That is our 10 minutes. So let's we got to speed up, folks. We got to speed this up. We got to get to Russell Wilson today. So for the Jazz last night, Donovan Mitchell, 37.6 assists, not enough to get it done. Yikes. Then we had Rudy Gobert, 14 points and 11 rebounds. Once again, I mean, these are their top 2 players, and Donovan Mitchell always has a great game. I mean, all these losses that we're talking about with the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell's putting up like 30 points all the time, but who's facilitating the floor out here? Nobody. I mean, look at these assisting numbers. These are kind of shameful by the Jazz. The top assister was Mike Conley with 3 assists. I mean, what are we doing with that? What are we doing? Can somebody facilitate the floor here? We got Marcus Smart putting up 13 assists. The entire Jazz team had 13 assists. The entire team, 13. Marcus Smart had 13 himself. Respect the Celtics. And the national media is respecting the Celtics, so we definitely respect that. I mean, everybody's having the Celtics at 1. Everybody's talking about, hey, fear the Celtics. That's what we want to hear. This is the best team, the most consistent team in the league, folks, and everybody's coming around, and hey, we're all here for it. Yes, sir, Celtics, and I really hope that this is their year. Honestly, they've kind of, just always kind of came up short the last few seasons. They were always solid, but this is probably the most solidest they've been, and they've had Kyrie Irving before in the last few years. So this Celtics team, they're at the top once again. I think it starts with the coach. I think Ime Udoka is absolutely fantastic, and Jason Tatum is playing great, and Marcus Smart deserves a lot of gosh dang credit as well for facilitating the floor here. He's really kind of pulling it all together. I cannot gush enough over this Celtics team, folks. Celtics. We swallowed 5. We swallowed 5 with them last night, and they win by 28. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, free money for everybody, yes? Celtics with the big ol' dominant gush-worthy win. They win 125-97. All right, rest of the games here. We got the Warriors at the Heat. What the hell is going on, Heat? You get blown out by this Warriors team. Everybody's yelling on the Heat bench. Once again, this Heat team, they're no dogs anymore. They've lost all their dogness, all their fight that the dogs had in them. They lost all of that, folks. This is not the Heat team that we were gushing about early on in the seasons, which is truly unfortunate, but the Celtics took that place. We gushed over the Heat. We are no longer able to gush over the Heat because they're not winning games. Celtics, hey, they're winning games, looking real gosh dang good. Yeah, we'll gush about them. Hey, there's plenty of people and teams to gush about, folks, and we'll take our gush and we'll go somewhere else. You want me to take my gush and go home? I'll take my gush and go home, and I'll go right to the Celtics and give them all my gush. Yes, Celtics. I love it. I'm about to fly down to Boston. We're doing the show live from Boston tomorrow, folks. All right, Warriors get the big old dominant win with no Steph Curry. Klay Thompson didn't even play last night. It was just Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole by himself. Andrew Wiggins also out there, and Andrew Wiggins had a pretty good game. 22 points and 3 rebounds. We'll take that. Andrew Wiggins struggling a little bit as of recently, getting back on track last night. Also, we can shout out Jordan Poole, 30 big ol' points, 9 assists. And once again, Jordan Poole deserves so much credit. He's filling in wherever he needs. Once again, in the starting lineup earlier this season because no Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson returns. Jordan Poole goes down to the bench. He's absolutely fantastic coming off the bench. Klay Thompson missing a game here and there after he already came back. And Jordan Poole says, oh, you need me in the lineup? Yeah, I can drop 30. Oh, you need me 30 tonight? Yeah, I can drop 30. In the starting lineup? Yeah, I can drop 30. No problem. Oh, no, Steph Curry tonight? You need me to drop 30? 30 and 9? Yeah, I could do that for the win. Yeah, absolutely. Against the Heat team, one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference? Yeah, I could do that. I could drop 30 and 9. Yeah, no problem. And that's exactly what he does. And they win by 14. 118 to 104 last night. Heat, man, gotta get it together. We'll see if that kind of screaming match, arguing match, big time everything kind of blowing up on the sideline of the Heat. We'll see if that truly lights the fire under them, but they got to do something quick. They lost by 14 last night to a short-handed Warriors team that's not even that good anymore. I mean, the Warriors just lost the other night with Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. Couldn't even win. Now they win without them. What's going on? What the hell is going on with all these superstars not playing and the teams winning? Grizzlies just won last night with no John Morant. Shout out to the Grizzlies for doing that, but what the hell? What the hell is that? So, short-handed Warriors get the win over this Heat team. They win 118 to 104. Then here we go. Here's the game we just alluded to. Nets at the Grizzlies. Grizzlies no John Morant. And we took the Nets -1.5 because of that. And the Grizzlies win again. Once again, without John Morant, 2 games straight with no John Morant. And they win in kind of dominating fashion against a Nets team. This is absolutely fantastic. This speaks to the culture of the Grizzlies. This speaks to the coaching of the Grizzlies. And this just speaks to everybody on this Grizzlies team. Role players, bench players, starters, next man up mentality, all going through the roof here. Not having John Morant. It's like with the Hawks. If they didn't have Trae Young, they're not winning any game. They're not even close to winning any game. 1 second, folks. Hello? All right. So, Grizzlies getting it done without John Morant, fantastic. Like we were saying, Hawks would not be even competitive without Trae Young. So this is fantastic by the Grizzlies. Where do we got them in our power rankings? Grizzlies currently number 4. Man, oh man, it's tough to move them up because they already are at 4. But man, oh man, if we can, we'll definitely be moving this Grizzlies team up here on Friday when we reorder our power rankings. What an impressive win against the Nets last night. Grizzlies get the 12-point win, 132 to 120. And also this kind of replays into this Nets team desperately needs kind of like Seth Curry out on the floor. No Seth Curry last night. Kyrie Irving puts up 43 points. Kevin Durant puts up 35 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and it's still not enough to get it done. Andre Drummond even had a pretty good game at the 5, 15 points, 5 rebounds in the starting lineup, but no bench. Patty Mills in 24 minutes, 0 points of mine. Patty this dude, Patty Mills, folks, this is so comical. Patty Mills, what a flounder job. I mean, you literally had like no pressure coming into the season for this Nets team because you had James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. I mean, you were like the 4th option, no pressure on you at all, and you are still playing absolutely garbage. I mean, what the hell is this? 0 points on 4 shots, a -27 on the floor. It's just so comical at this point, folks. What the hell is Patty Mills doing? Oh my gosh. We're not betting on the Nets again. Shame on me for even attempting that bet. What the hell was I thinking? But once again, Grizzlies getting it done. I mean, look at these point totals. Dylan Brooks, 21 points. Desmond Bane, 23 points. DeAnthony Melton, 23 points. I mean, man, oh man. Tyus Jones, 16 points. Brandon Clark off the bench, 14 points. And once again, Steven Adams, just a little old 7 points for him, but those 11 rebounds, absolutely killer, like we know. So, Grizzlies, man, oh man, are they deep and are they consistent? And they're not just one player reliant. You take Joel Embiid off the 76ers. That's not a great team. You take Devin Booker off the Suns. That's not a great team. You take Jason Tatum off that Celtics team. I can guarantee you they're not as good as what they are right now. One of the best teams in the league. So, I mean, are the Grizzlies the only team where you can take the superstar off and they're still a superstar team? I mean, man, oh man, Grizzlies, what a win last night. They win 132 to 120. All right, then we get the Suns at the Timberwolves. We bet this one, Suns -1, and the Suns get it done. Now, Timberwolves, we can give them credit. This was a competitive game all throughout until like the final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, where Devin Booker took over and ended up winning the game for them. They win by 9, 125 to 116. They cover the -1. Suns are so gosh dang good, folks. Love the Suns team. Devin Booker, 28 points, 7 assists, and once again, DeAndre Ayton with no Chris Paul, knowing scoring production needs to increase by all their kind of main producers out here, and he takes full advantage. The man took 24 shots last night, 35 points, 14 rebounds by DeAndre Ayton. I want to say that's like a career high in points for DeAndre Ayton, folks. Like, Celtics and the Suns, I mean, they are clearly, when we're ordering teams, folks, it's like Suns, Celtics, and then there's a giant gap, and then there's the third team. You could say whatever third team you want, but Suns and the Celtics are literally leaps and bounds ahead of the rest of the competition here in the NBA, folks. Truly recognize and respect the Suns and the Celtics. I can't gush enough over both these teams. Devin Booker, the 28 points, fantastic. Cameron Payne still filling in absolutely fantastically at the 1. 13 points, 9 assists, well done. Landry Shamet coming off the bench with 19 points helping out, but man, oh man, Suns getting it done shorthanded, not at full strength. It doesn't matter. They're winning games. And then for the Timberwolves last night, let's start with the big three, competitive game. D'Angelo Russell, only 6 points and 7 assists last night, so a little bit lackluster there. Karl Anthony Towns also a little bit lackluster, only 15 points. We're usually, 25 plus points a night scoring, so at 15 and 12 rebounds, not the greatest. Jared Vanderbilt, 12 points, 12 rebounds, and then we had Anthony Edwards, who ended up leading the team in scoring, 19 points, just not enough overall, but they kept it competitive. This Timberwolves team, they need to learn how to close out games. That's probably the biggest obstacle that they have to overcome before they get into the playoffs, how to close out games, especially against like a Suns level of talent team. So we'll see if the Timberwolves can start to kind of close out games a little bit better, and if they do, man oh man, this team is going to be scary to face in the playoffs. They may not win a playoff series, but they will steal a couple of games and make it a very, very tough out in the playoffs for any team, 1 seed, 8 seed, whatever they end up being. Man, oh man, Timberwolves, they do earn a little bit of respect, a lot of respect. They earn a lot of your respect, I would say. So Timberwolves kept it close. Devin Booker took over. Suns truly looking like they're so much better than what they were last year, and they got to the finals last year. Suns get the win, 125 to 116. All right, then we get the Magic at the Thunder. Thunder win 118 to 102. Thunder trash. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander didn't even play last night, and the Magic can't even win. What the hell is that? We had Theo Melendon, leading scorer off the bench, 25 points. So that was that. Also, Alexei Puko-Savetsky's back in the starting lineup, and he floundered big time, folks. 6 points on 30% shooting. So, and then for the Magic, leading scorer was Chuma Okeke. Cole Anthony, 17 points, 11 assists. That was actually pretty good, and he was a +5 on the floor, but not enough to get it done. They lose by 16 against the Thunder. 2 bad teams. We're not betting on bad teams for the rest of the year. All right, then we get the Rockets at the Mavericks. Mavericks win comfortably by 19, 110-91 over the Rockets. It's the Rockets, folks. Christian Wood, 12 points, 10 rebounds, going back to his classic self. Unfortunate. Then we get the 76ers at the Lakers. We bet this one 76ers -6, and they only win by 5. And also LeBron James, and we kind of alluded to this when we were talking about the game last night, betting-wise, that, LeBron, what made us so confident of swallowing 7 with the 76ers is because LeBron, just came off a great performance in Cleveland. We've seen, back-to-back games. He usually kind of flounders on the second one, or they doesn't result in a win. And then at game time, about an hour before tip-off, it's told that LeBron James was out. So after that great performance, he had to take a little bit of a load management off and not play last night. And the line moved from 76ers -7 to 76ers -9.5. And they still weren't able to, cover that. What the hell is that? And this is what we're saying. We get the Celtics blowing out the Jazz. Jazz are better than the Lakers. Yes, folks. I hope we can all agree with that. 76ers on the road, and they can't blow out a Lakers team without LeBron James? You should be able to blow out a team with LeBron James. So without LeBron James, the score should have been stupid. It should have been a stupid score. We're talking about like 140 to 70. Like that kind of stupid. But here we are, 5-point win. Can't even cover the spread. This is what we're talking about. Yes, they're taking care of business. That's fine. That's good. But can we do a little bit better than just take care of business? I mean, who just wants to kind of settle for the bottom line? Nobody wants to settle for the bare minimum, bottom line. Come on, 76ers got to do a little bit better than this. They only won by 5 last night, 126 to 121. And then the last game of the night here, Spurs at the Blazers. Finally, somebody can beat an Anthony Simon-less Blazers team and leave it to the Spurs to get it done. And this Spurs team is truly making their case of trying to crack the top 10 for a play-in tournament seed. Currently, the Spurs are the 11th seed. The Pelicans are the 10th seed. And the Spurs are only 2.5 games back from overtaking the Pelicans at number 10 and getting into the play-in tournament. So, hey, this is a great race here. Spurs or the Pelicans. Who's going to claim that last seed? And the Lakers are still kind of in the running as well of getting kicked out of the playoffs in that play-in tournament at the 9. So, 9, 10, 11, all up for grabs. Lakers, it's a 2-team race. 3-team race for 2 spots, folks. Lakers, Pelicans, Spurs, 2 spots up for grabs. We'll see which 2 teams grab them, but Spurs outside looking in at the current moment, but they are doing everything in their power to get it done. They absolutely blew out the Blazers by 37 points last night and get the win 133 to 96. So thank you, Spurs, for showing us that, yes, this Blazers team is actually not good without all their pieces. Finally, some team is beating this Blazers team. So, that was all the NBA from last night. Now let's see what we have on deck tonight in the NBA to see if we can make a little bit of money. Let's do a little better than 2-2 last night, 2 hits, 2 losses, and we'll also quickly do March Madness as well. So, here we go. Just a handful of games on. Very, very well. Let's see what's on deck tonight in the NBA first. So, here we go. First game up, we got the Cavs at the Raptors. Cavs plus 5.5. Wow. Cavs plus 5.5. Raptors minus 5.5 here for the Cavs. Jared Allen is still out, but everybody else is good to go. Karis LeVert, Darius Garland, all good. And then for the Raptors, we get Gary Trent Jr. out, OG Anunoby out as well. But I'm going to take the 5 points here with the Cavs. I think that's good value. Should be a close, good game overall. So I'll take the points here. Cavs having something to kind of prove as well. They just got blown out by the Lakers a little bit. Come on, that really shouldn't be happening. We understand it's LeBron. It's coming back to Cleveland. Okay. But come on, Cavs. Let's reassert our dominance a little bit and let's get right heading into the playoffs. Raptors trying to do the same thing as well. So that's why I'm saying it's going to be a close game. We'll take the points here. Give me the 5.5 with the Cavs. All right, then we get the Wizards at the Bucks. Bucks minus 13, Wizards plus 13. We know this Wizards team is very, very bad. Kyle Kuzma is out as well. Wow. So it's just going to be Porzingis out there by his lonesome. Good luck. And then for the Bucks, we get Chris Middleton is out. So Bucks should win this game, no problem, but we'll stay away from the big 13-point spread. If Chris Middleton was there, yeah, we'd probably swallow the points, but without Chris Middleton, 13 points may get a little bit wonky there. We'll stay away from it. All right, then we get the Pacers at the Grizzlies. Pacers on the back-to-back, Grizzlies on the back-to-back. We stay away from it. Big spread as well. Pacers plus 12.5, Grizzlies minus 12.5. I'm assuming John Morant is playing tonight. He is a game-time decision, so we'll see if they can continue being so dominant with John Morant out on the floor. All right, then we get the Bulls at the Pelicans. Bulls plus 2, Pelicans minus 2, and the Pelicans must step it up here. Really got to close out because we just told y'all the Spurs are knocking on the door. Hey, if y'all aren't going to take that play-in tournament seed, we'll take it. We'll take it over here. Us little Spurs, nobody's talked about us all season, but here we are. We're still here. We're still a basketball team. We still got Greg Popovich. Somebody talk about us. So Spurs trying to make their push. Pelicans must get it done tonight. Pelicans minus 2, Bulls plus 2. For the Bulls, we get Zach LaVine, game time decision. DeMar DeRozan, game time decision. That's not what you want to see if you're a Bulls fan. And then for the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram, game time decision. Oh, baby, are we finally getting the big 3 back together tonight? Because if it is, we'll bet on that. We got any concrete information on Brandon Ingram? We do not. NBA Fantasy Labs has not updated in the last 14 hours. What are y'all doing over there? What the heck? Do y'all not know we do a show at like noon Eastern? Y'all got to have the information ready for us. Damn. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of a risk tonight. Pelicans minus 2, Brandon Ingram, the spread like this. I'm assuming Brandon Ingram plays. I'm assuming maybe one of the 2, DeMar DeRozan or Zach LaVine, both game time decisions. One of them probably don't go tonight with this spread. Give me the Pelicans minus 2. This is a must-win game. It's really a must-win closeout for the rest of the year, but this is definitely a must-win game. Keep the pressure off yourself and onto the Spurs for continuing to have to kind of win out as well. We'll swallow the 2 with the Pelicans at home. Then the last game of the night, we get the Suns at the Nuggets. Suns on the back-to-back, so we stay away from it. Suns +4. Wow, Suns +4, Nuggets -4? What? And Cameron Johnson's a game-time... Chris Paul's a game-time decision? I thought we were talking 6 weeks with this man out. Game time. Suns +4 here. For the Nuggets, everybody's good to go, but the Suns +4? Huh? Cameron Johnson, game-time decision. Chris Paul, game-time decision, and they're +4? I think we may have to break our rule, folks. This is too much great value to pass up. I mean, I at least have to live and die by this. I get one of the best teams in the league as first, second best. I mean, it's really Celtics or the Suns. You know, I'm not going to kind of nitpick there. We have the Celtics, but if you say Suns, that's fine. We totally see where you're coming from. So Suns +4. I get one of the best teams in the league +4 points, and I know they're on the back-to-back, but... Man, plus points. The Nuggets, they're good. We respect the Nuggets. Jokic MVP, yes, but 4 points. Are you a little out of your gourd a little bit? We're breaking our rule, folks. Give me the +4. Suns +4. Breaking our rule of never betting back-to-back games, but this value is too good to pass up, and I am fine by living and dying by this Suns team losing and not covering the +4 and, you know, breaking our Cardinal sin to come and bite us in the butt of betting back-to-back. So I'm cool with living and dying by the Suns here tonight. Yeah, give me the 4. I'm taking the 4 tonight, folks. We're taking the 4, taking the 4. Give me the 4. I can't believe it's 4. Wow. Real interesting. That's really like Pelicans -2, but Suns +4. Like, what universe are we living in, folks? Give me the Suns. I got to take the Suns. Hopefully we don't regret it. You know, this is a rule that, you know, we don't break willy-nilly, folks. It's not like, oh, you know, hey, we got to make the exception today and tomorrow and tomorrow's tomorrow and tomorrow's tomorrow and the next day and the next day. No. How many times have we breaking this rule? I think like maybe only one other time this year. So, yeah, give me the Suns +4. Give me the Suns +4. Breaking the rules today. I'm feeling dangerous. I'm breaking the rules today. Give me the Suns +4. Yeah. All right, and before we move off of basketball altogether here, we got March Madness resuming tonight, folks. We got, 3 games on, and once again, unfortunately, they're all late at night. We don't get the all day. We don't got a game tipping off in 5 minutes, classic 12-10 like we had all March Madness beginning, unfortunate. But we do have 4 games on tonight, tipping off at 7:09, so let's see if there's any great value. And once again, our algorithm's dead. We're not even playing around with it, and there's really only, you know, we said this the other day, there's really only kind of one team that we want to bet on anymore that's kind of showing us anything great, and that's Michigan. So if Michigan's playing tonight, yeah, I'm betting on them. I don't care how many points I have to give. I don't want to swallow any, but I will. I'm real big into what Michigan is doing here. So Michigan's kind of looking like the best team in the bracket for me, but we'll see how it all shakes out. But I want some value with the Michigan, and I think that's going to be the only game we bet on tonight. But let's see what we got on tap. First game up, we got Arkansas and Gonzaga. Number 4, Arkansas versus number 1 Gonzaga. Gonzaga -9.5, Arkansas +9.5. We're going to stay away from this one. Gonzaga, I mean, they've been kind of getting off to real slow starts, real bad starts, down at halftime. Going into the second half, down a couple of points, down 9 points. I think they were down like 9-10 points last round number 2. They came back and got it done, but is that always going to be there? Do you want to kind of play all down and having to have that great second half to overcome a first half lacklusterness? I think it may come back to bite them in the butt here. Maybe not this round, but you're living a little dangerously out here, Gonzaga. So for that, we are out. All right, here we go. Yeah, Michigan does play tonight. We don't have to wait till tomorrow. Here we go. Number 11, Michigan versus number 2, Villanova, and we only get +5? Wow, Vegas doing us dirty. They like Michigan too, folks, and we're taking the 5. I take 1. I take it on the money line. I am loving what Michigan is doing. Their three-point shooting's fantastic. Probably one of the most convincing that I saw. You know, we all watched March Madness for 4 days straight. When I was watching Michigan, I was like, damn, this team is gosh dang consistent from the 3. And not only that, they've got great bigs, offensive boards, points in the paint. I mean, this was truly one of the most complete, consistent teams. You know, Michigan wasn't taking the first half off like Gonzaga was. They're playing full half games, 2 halves. They're playing full 40 minutes of basketball, getting it done, looking real good while doing so. They're only +5 against the number 2 seed in Villanova. I mean, this is telling you that Vegas respects Michigan, folks, and, we love the respectness, but we also love getting great value as well. Would have loved Michigan +10. Give me the Arkansas treatment. Give me Michigan +9.5. That's not happening, so we'll have to settle for the 5, but I think that's going to be enough, folks. Love Michigan. Love Michigan. And shame on our algorithm for not telling us about Michigan until we had to watch Michigan to find it out ourselves. So once again, the Machines, you're a little bit on our bad side. We were kind of, kissing the Machines' toes earlier last week because of the algorithm, but now, no. The Machines let us down. Done with the Machines. Done with the Machines, folks. Michigan +5. Give me the points. Yes, sir. All right, then we get number 3 Texas Tech versus number 2 Duke. It's on the pick'em line, and I think I'm gonna bet like everybody else and kind of just bet on Coach K. Coach K's last ride, Duke. Everybody kind of rises up for that. We'll take Duke on the pick'em line, money line, all the same. Duke pick'em. We'll experiment a little bit on that, and then the last game of the night here, we got number 5 Houston versus number 1 Arizona. Arizona -1.5, Houston +1.5, so a real close game here. We'll stay away from this one because, once again, we are just truly loving Michigan. This is the only team that really stood out to me during the 4 crazy initial days of March Madness with basketball on all day, folks. I watched every second. It was Michigan. That's all I saw. A little bit of Notre Dame as well. I kind of like Notre Dame, and we'll have to bet on them tomorrow. I'll take a couple of points with Notre Dame as well, but I love Michigan. Loving Michigan. I'm loving Michigan over Gonzaga, and I know they're the 1 seed. Arizona kind of let me down a little bit. Houston, I like Houston, but they kind of also let me down. I would definitely stay away from betting Houston. We're not officially going to bet this game, but I don't know if Houston's that good, folks. I don't know if they're a true 5 seed and all that, but I can tell you one thing. It's mother-loving Michigan. Michigan, throw up the M. Do I got to throw up an M out here, folks? I'll throw up some M's. I'll throw up an M. I got to go outside and throw up an M. I'll throw up an M. Give me the +5 with Michigan, folks. So, all of our basketball picks, here we go. We got 3 NBA. We're going Cavs +5.5, Pelicans -2, and the Suns +4. And then in March Madness tonight, we're taking Michigan +5 and Duke on the pickup just because Coach K's last ride. How did we not bet that? We can't bet Coach K again. So we'll take advantage and bet Coach K tonight. On the pick'em line, we just got to have him win. Absolutely, we'll take that. Duke on the pick'em. Alrighty, that is all the NBA we had to go over for today. So now let's shift gears to the NFL. And before we get into the whole analysis breakdown, is Russel Wilson still good? There's one story I want to talk about. We couldn't get into it yesterday on the show, but I'm real interested to see what the words, the language that this man is going to use. So here we go. Davante Adams getting traded to the Raiders. Just had a little bit of a press conference the other day, and they asked some questions. I want to see the responses here at Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers, great connection, friendship it looked like. They both tweeted out the Last Dance picture last season. They have history together. They have chemistry together. Aaron Rodgers only throws to Davante Adams. And Davante Adams decided to leave, even though it was reported that the Packers were going to pay him all the money he wanted, like $29-30 million a year, like he got in Las Vegas right now. So he leaves Aaron Rodgers and then reunites with Derek Carr, who they played with in college together, folks. And they've got a friendship. They talk to each other. Seems like they're great friends, buddy. And I know Aaron Rodgers hates that. He'll never admit it, but we all know Aaron Rodgers hates that. Aaron Rodgers just wants to be the one friend of Davante Adams. That's it. He doesn't want, Davante Adams hanging out with this guy and this guy and this guy. Aaron Rodgers wants to be the only friend. We know that's his personality. So, what it did, if anything, I'm hoping something good. Once again, I'm done babying and I'm done coddling Aaron Rodgers. I'm straight up done with it. We've kind of been done with it for the last 1.5 to 2 years, but we are truly done with it. And if y'all want to coddle Aaron Rodgers, continue to say he's the greatest of all time, we've got no problem with that. Go ahead. But we are not going to do that over there. He is too good to be this lackluster in Super Bowl appearances. And really, that's it. And, we do have to set a high standard. Super Bowl, that's the highest standard right there, folks. And when we already have another example of a quarterback doing so much more better Super Bowl-wise, Once again, I'm not even counting wins. I'm really just counting appearances, folks. And I know it's tough to kind of lead the team in a team sport when you got offense, defense, special teams, 11 on each kind of phase, and then you got the coaches and all the personnel and all that. And I get it. This is not basketball where one man can take over. But if you're going to kind of flaunt your shit and have everybody kind of, defend you regardless of what you do, you're going to have a higher standard over here at Takes by Fans. We set the standards. They're reasonable standards, folks. Have we set any standard that is not reasonable, folks? I truly don't think we have. And if we have, please call me out on it, because I would love to kind of correct that if need be. We're not going to take whatever y'all say at, 100% the gospel, but, we'll look into it. We'll analyze it. We'll be fairly and analyze everything here. But I mean, we set standards that are realistic and average-ish, maybe a little bit of a goal to accomplish, a little bit higher. But I mean, come on. We're talking about competition. We're talking about the highest level of competition in the sport. We're going to hold you to a higher standard. So we are kind of hoping that Davante Adams maybe gets in a dig here and there, maybe throws out a little bit of a riddle like Aaron Rodgers does all the time. So let's see what we get by Davante Adams. What is this man saying now that he is in Las Vegas as a Raider with Derek Carr, leaving Aaron Rodgers? Couple of quotes here to unpack. So let's see what this man is saying. Is he going to be all class and professional? We'll respect it. We don't want that. I want to see at least one dig. Give me a dig. What's a dig? It's a dig, okay? You move on. Somebody digs it, you move on. You laugh it off. You cry it off. Whatever you got to do, you take the dig and stride it, and you move on. Aaron Rodgers, take the dig. Will you take the dig, Aaron Rodgers? I know Aaron Rodgers does not take digs very well, but let's see if Davante Adams is digging anybody. All right, so here we go. First lead up to the first quote here. Here we go. Adams was formally introduced as the newest member of the Las Vegas Raiders on Tuesday, and he knew just what to wear. Dressed in a black suit with the black shirt, the new star of the Silver and Black expressed delight when embracing his new environment, which includes a realization of a dream that can be traced back to elementary school. He says, quote, I grew up in East Palo Alto, California. I was a Raider fan my whole life, so it was a dream. It is a dream to be a Raider, man. It's a dream come true. In the 3rd grade yearbook, I said I want to be an NFL star or an NBA star, and I was wearing a Charles Woodson jersey at the time. It's been documented forever, so I guess you could say it's meant to be. And yeah, I know Aaron Rodgers seeing Davante Adams all giddy and saying this is a dream, this is a lifelong dream and all that. Aaron Rodgers is kind of seething a little bit, like, oh, he's having fun without me. Oh, this man thinks he can just have fun without me. This man thinks he could just kind of be successful without me and leave me here by myself. This is a dream for you. It's not a dream to play with me and continue to play with me. You'd rather have a childhood dream than play with me. So, all right, I kind of like that there. I kind of like that. Not a direct knock, but an indirect knock a little bit to Aaron Rodgers. Hey, this is a dream for me. Hey, Aaron, it's not a dream for me to play with you, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. No. It's a dream to be a Raider, not to play with this man anymore. So, kind of like it indirect. Maybe we're reading too much into it, but hey, I don't give a damn. I'll take every avenue I can to find the little off dig on Aaron Rodgers, folks. We're done being apologetic to Aaron Rodgers. If we were ever apologetic to Aaron Rodgers, we are done. I'm truly over the man. All right, next quote. Let's read the lead up. Here we go. Teaming with Carr will be akin to reuniting with a long-lost brother for Adams, whom Carr began to publicly lure last summer. With their pairing now a reality thanks to a blockbuster trade, their next task will be to rekindle a rapport that led to first and second round selections in the 2014 NFL Draft. This time, instead of propelling them to the next level, Adams and Carr will hope to ride their relationship to a Super Bowl coming out of a division that has quickly become incredibly competitive. Quote by Davante Adams says, it's the best division in football right now, and it'd be hard to not say that even if I was still in Green Bay, honestly. It's loaded. It's not going to be easy, but it's definitely going to be something I'm looking forward to. I'm always looking for a challenge. The Chargers added a few more pieces. Obviously, we are stacked over here, so it's exciting to see what's ahead. I'm looking forward to it. So, hey, Davante Adams calling the AFC West the best division of football, not the NFC North with Green Bay and all that. The Packers division is not the best division in football. There's a little bit of a knock on Aaron Rodgers if we want to read into it. Davante Adams said, hey, I'm always looking for a challenge. Well, what was the challenge with Green Bay? Winning a ring, finally getting over that NFC hump, but he couldn't get it done with Aaron Rodgers. That was too much of a challenge for Davante Adams to overcome, maybe. Aaron Rodgers, too difficult, not the leader needed to overcome. Getting out of the NFC, maybe that's an impossible challenge to Davante Adams. Getting Aaron Rodgers right mentally to compete for a ring. All right, what else do we get here? Another lead up to the third quote. The California connection doesn't end there, of course. Adams mentioned the geographic importance of joining the Raiders, which extends even beyond his lifelong love for the silver and black, saying, quote, ultimately, it was just for my family situation. I got another baby on the way. Quality of life, obviously, is another piece of it that means a lot to me. Adams explained why, when asked why he chose the Raiders over working things out with the Packers, says, quote, I have a lot of family in California that's never been to see me play before. Grandparents, my grandmother wasn't doing well. She was in the hospital recently, just kind of reflecting and thinking about my life and things and stuff that really matters in this world. That's the stuff that matters to me. That's the stuff that's weighing on my mind. When there's a decision that needs to be made, do I want to be able to go through my whole career without having either of my grandparents on either side see me play? And I didn't like that. Obviously, being in Vegas, it gives them a much better opportunity. My dad drives everywhere, so he'll be able to make that happen. It's a little harder to drive to Green Bay. It's a dream come true to be able to do this thing and ultimately get it done. So Aaron Rodgers, he's not the most family guy, if you will. Pun intended. Not pun intended. But, Aaron Rodgers, he's not the most family-oriented. Once again, he doesn't have the best track record with his family. So Aaron Rodgers, once again, seeing this. Oh, you want to just play for your grandparents? That's why you left me, so your grandparents could come watch a game? I'll fly them out. I'd fly your grandparents out on my private jet that I have so much of because I'm getting paid $50 million a year. Nobody else can get paid. I know, Davante Adams, you can't afford to fly your own family out in your private jets because I'm eating up all the money. But okay, Davante, if family means everything to you, I'll fly your grandparents out. And Aaron Rodgers would fly him out and then sit him all the way up in the nosebleeds and not even do anything. Be like, oh, Davante, your parents are up there somewhere. I don't know. I just gave him 2 random tickets. I don't know. They came in off the plane. I said, here they are. Threw the tickets at him and left. I had to get to the game. So Aaron Rodgers, seeing Davante Adams giddy about having his family come see him, I think Aaron Rodgers is seething, folks. Seething. Let me make sure I'm using that word right as well. I threw that word out a couple of times. Seething. It'd be like that type of mad, like teeth together, clenching. I'm pretty sure that's what seething means. Well, let me double check here. Seething, filled with or characterized by intense but unexpressed anger. Exactly that. Intense but unexpressed anger. Aaron Rodgers is obviously not going to come out and say any of this. He loves the gratitude. Yes, he sent out that gratitude. He loves everybody. Obviously, he's got an image to protect. He's not going to come out here and, be upset and mad at Davante Adams. He's going to be seething. Unexpressed anger. Intense but unexpressed anger. Sucking his teeth. Oh, your family? You like your family over me? You like your family over the greatest quarterback of all time? How dare you? How dare you? Riddle Rodgers there, folks. I'm telling y'all, folks. I'm almost 99. I'm 100% sure. I'm 100% sure, but I'll say 99%. I'm 99% sure I'm nailing every emotion that Aaron Rodgers is going through, folks. I'm almost certain this is, if we could all be a fly on the wall in the Rodgers household, I'm saying he's sucking his teeth at how angry he is right now at Davante Adams, folks. All right, here we go. The last quote here. Let's read the last lead up. What does this man have to say? Here we go. Adams wants to do what his Packers. Oh my, who wrote this? Who wrote this and put this in here? Nick Shook. Oh my God. Kevin Patrick's not taking a dig like this, folks. What a nice dig. This is the dig we were waiting for. Didn't come from Devontae Adams, but maybe he gets it done in here. But the lead up, Adam wants to do what his Packers couldn't in Green Bay in recent years. Reach the Super Bowl and bring one home. He's well aware of the impact such an outcome would have on Raider Nation. Here we go. Is this where we're going to get the glorious moment of the dig, the official dig here? Please, Devontae, come on. Give us a dig. Give us a dig. Last quote. He says, quote, there's a couple of guys that stopped through here later in their careers, Randy and Jerry, who they didn't necessarily establish themselves in the league while being with the Raiders, but those are two guys who I obviously watched. Those are some of the founding fathers to me. It was more than just receivers. It was obviously Charles Woodson. Tim Brown was a big inspiration. My whole family was Raiders fans, so I knew a lot about the history since I was young too. Just growing up, honestly, all Raiders, anything Raiders was what I was about. I had a Tim Brown jersey, C. Wood jersey. They got worn until the numbers fell off. Rich Gannon, I mean everything. I'm just looking forward to coming in, trying to leave my footprint as well as I can. So, damn. No knock there. Nick Shook did the knock for us. Okay, really wish we got it out of Devontae Adams' mouth, but overall, Devontae Adams chooses the Raiders over, Aaron Rodgers, the greatest quarterback of all time. So great. Historic, Green Bay, Lambeau, all that. And he decides to go with the Raiders because it's a dream of his. His family's close. He's still getting paid. He's working with Derek Carr. So Devontae Adams just takes the better spot overall and doesn't have to tiptoe and dance around Aaron Rodgers. So Devontae Adams, now a Raider. Aaron Rodgers got nobody to throw to. He's not even potentially having Marquez Valdez-Scantling back, who, they've got to try and re-sign quickly. So Aaron Rodgers kind of, hope the money was worth it. Hope one Super Bowl ring and appearance was worth it, because it's going to be tough getting back there without one of your best weapons that you've ever had on your team. And once again, I'm going to bring it up again, folks. The playoff game against the 49ers where he only threw to Devontae Adams and he only threw to the back out of the backfield. Yes, folks. So good luck, Aaron Rodgers. You should have moved on, but you didn't have the balls to do so. You couldn't do what Tom Brady did with the balls and going from AFC to NFC, new team first year, winning a ring. I know Aaron Rodgers didn't do that because he truly knows if he did not replicate what Tom Brady did, the GOAT debate would instantly be over from that point on. I think it's already over, but it would have been doubly over, and it would have been over for a lot more people if Aaron Rodgers left Green Bay this season, went to another team, and did not win a ring year one. That would have affected his resume, his GOAT resume, and he decides to do the safer thing, stay in Green Bay, and now he has an excuse. Well, they didn't pay Devontae Adams. They tried to franchise tag him. That's not my problem. And he walked. And once again, this is the Green Bay organization. They don't pay anybody. They don't give anybody respect. And look at all these weapons I have. I got Marquez Valdez-Scantling I got to throw to. So that's why we didn't win the ring. It's not me. It's Devontae Adams leaving. It's the organization not paying anybody. So Aaron Rodgers, he'll find his cop out. He'll find out he'll find his excuse, like we always know. Classic Aaron Rodgers doing classic Aaron Rodgers things out here. Alrighty, that is all the NFL news we had to go over for today. Spent a little bit longer than I wanted on everything, but let's see if we can start some Russell Wilson dissection. And so here we go. The big story, one of the big stories here that we're trying to, figure out still. It's been a couple of weeks, about a week. But we got to find out, is Russell Wilson still good? Did the Seahawks win the trade? Did the Broncos win the trade? Did the Seahawks get rid of Russell Wilson right at the right time? So we've got some film on Russell Wilson. We're going to look at his numbers. And once again, folks, we're just posing the question, is Russell Wilson still good? I'm sure he is, but let's take a look and see. And there's some factors at play here that kind of, prompted this question. The first one is the Seahawks been struggling as of recently, the last 2-3 years offensively. Defense is okay, but, with the offense, in Russell Wilson's prime in Seattle when they were getting to the Super Bowl and getting kind of deep playoff runs every single year, it was because Russell Wilson was looking phenomenal, like Patrick Mahomes-esque. And once again, we bring it up all the time. We talk about Patrick Mahomes like we were talking about Russell Wilson real early on. Are they following the same career paths? Really great front-loaded early career, and then just kind of, good, maybe falling off a little bit as their careers progress. Once again, we're heading into kind of the 5th year for Patrick Mahomes, so we'll see. But right now, Russell Wilson now changing new teams. Did the Seahawks make the right move of getting rid of him right now before he truly loses all of his value? Because the Seahawks still got some nice value for Russell Wilson. So we're going to look at Russell Wilson. We're going to watch some clips from his rookie year, from his Super Bowl year, and just kind of see what was making him so good, what was making him pop, what was making the Seahawks such a dangerous offensive team during those years. And then we're going to compare it to what he just did this season. And we're only really looking for anything noticeably dropping off, like yards on the throw. Is he still having the deep ball? Is he still accurate? Can he still throw on the run? Is he still having those pinpoint precision throws that make us go, wow, like, wow, that's a boo, wow, he threw that, holy moly, he threw that ball, he fit that ball in there, wow. So we're going to look at that through the film. We've got some numbers to look at. We'll look at his numbers. Are we seeing a decrease in these numbers? Any sort of decrease? Anything like that? So we're looking at Russell Wilson. And then we'll tie it into, who won the trade. And once again, the Seahawks, they don't have a quarterback at the current moment. They bring in Drew Lock, but we all know Drew Lock's not the guy. So the Seahawks looking to potentially draft Malik Willis in the draft as well. So we'll try to tie it all together, watch Malik Willis as well to see if that factors into who truly won the trade here, the Seahawks or the Broncos. So anything else I wanted to say on the lead up? Anything? Russell Wilson. Oh, yeah. Another thing that kind of plays into the factor is Russell Wilson still good is, once again, we're having this kind of investigative narrative that we're going to kind of get a little bit deeper into a little bit later in the offseason, and that's, shorter quarterbacks. We're seeing a lot of kind of greatness in quarterbacks recently with Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert and Josh Allen, and they're big, tall guys, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" quarterbacks out here. Where we're getting, Baker Mayfield struggling. He had one solid year, back to being bad. He's a shorter quarterback. We're now getting Russell Wilson potentially falling off the cliff a little bit. He's 5'11". So is it kind of over for the shorter quarterbacks? Is this now strictly a tall quarterback league because of the great edge rushers that are just getting better and better and better and better and better and more athletic and more physical and more faster as, years progress, as generations progress, as sports technology and sports nutrition progress, folks? So that comes into play as well. Is Russell Wilson just too short to still be great, to still be one of the top quarterbacks in the league? Those are all the questions that are posed because they just went 6-8. 6-8. That's a little despicable for what Russell Wilson has been able to do. Look at these records in his career, folks, and this is why we're posing the question, because this is so outlier-ish. It needs to truly be dissected. Look at all these quarterback records. Year one, rookie year, comes in the league 11-5. No big deal. 11-5. Next season, 13-3, wins the Super Bowl. 12-4, they get to the Super Bowl, lose it. Then they're 10-6, 10-5-1, 9-7, 10-6. So that little 4-year stretch was not good, not the greatest. 10 wins is kind of like borderline of what's good and what's bad. We'll take some 10-win seasons. So after the 9-7, they go 10-6 in 2018, 11-5 2019, 12-4 2020, but then 6-8, the worst record by far, the only losing season Russell Wilson has ever had. Now, is that because, he just kind of ran his course here? 9 years in Seattle is just time to move on. We see, Aaron Rodgers, haven't been able to do anything for really kind of 12 years, no Super Bowl kind of appearances. So is it just a change of scenery? Is Pete Carroll losing his edge? Are all kind of the offensive coordinators? Who did he have in 2019? Because this is kind of something to play in as well. The last 2 years, I know they've had different offensive coordinators. What do they have? Who do they have in 2019 here? Let's take a quick look. Was it still Brian Schottenheimer in 2019? Offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer in 2019. Brian Schottenheimer in 2020 as well. Brian Schottenheimer in 2020 as well. And then they had their new offensive coordinator here this season in Shane Waldron. So is it Shane Waldron that was bad this one season for their 6-8 year? You know, Russell Wilson not wanting to give it a year too kind of speaks some volumes as well. That the fact that the Seattle Seahawks were now able to kind of, you know, keep Russell Wilson and kind of sell it, be like, hey, we did good. That was a great year, 6-8 on a new year with an offense coordinator. Let's build on that for year 2. We still got DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. We can still do things out here. And Russell Wilson was like, no, the offensive line is still the issue. Is it the offensive line that was kind of, you know, hurting this team? So there are, you know, reasons besides Russell Wilson not being good that could play into the 6-8 record, the decreasing record, the kind of unimpressive playoff runs as of recent. So once again, we're not implying that Russell Wilson's bad. We're just posing a question. We've got some film. We just want to kind of get a good picture. We want to kind of be solid on Russell Wilson. We don't want any wavering doubts, any questions going in on Russell Wilson in this new Broncos team heading into next year. So we're trying to get everything figured out right now. So all right, so records, another reason why we have to kind of dissect Russell Wilson a little bit more. So let's start with the numbers, and then we can go into some film and tape and all that. So let's take it year by year. We'll take it category by category. Completion percentage, yards, touchdown to interception ratio are kind of the 3 main quarterback categories we do look at. So let's see numbers-wise first. Before we get into the film, are there any noticeable big drop-off in numbers? And let's start here with completion percentage. It's one of the best metrics to use when gauging whether a quarterback is good or not. And as of recently, y'all have been falling in love with like 62 and under completion percentage. And for that, I don't know why. Mason Rudolph, y'all are gushing over. The man is trash. Bad completion percentage. Baker Mayfield, y'all are still trying to hold out hope that that man is good. His best completion percentage is like 63%. And that was only 1 year. The no fans in the stands year. Inflated numbers. Sam Darnold, y'all still love. And that man never threw over 60 before in this whole season, and that's just so absurdly bad. And we should not even be talking about Sam Darnold anymore. Like, if this man gets another chance in the NFL, there's something rigged going on, okay? So y'all are falling in love with the bad completion percentage quarterbacks for some reason. So let's check out these completion percentage numbers by Russell Wilson. He is a career 65%, which is very, very good. We say 62 to 65 is very, very good. Anything over 65 is fantastic. That's really what everybody should be striving for. Anything under 62, folks, I mean, that's real bad. Folks, look at all the numbers. I mean, the numbers are there for yourselves. Look at the great numbers. Look at the quarterbacks that are great, the Tom Brady's, the Aaron Rodgers, the Patrick Mahomes, all those, the Drew Brees, the Big Bens in their prime and all that. Look at their completion percentage numbers, folks. We're not pulling numbers out of our hats. Once again, we're not being unfair or, too high. We're not setting the bar high on these completion percentage numbers, folks. We are being really kind of fair. This is really fair. We really have to upgrade it now. Like the last 3, 4, 5 years, we really should be adjusting the number to 64 to 67. I mean, that's really where we should be going, but we're still keeping it the classic 62 to 65. So we are being truly fair on these numbers, folks. So here we go. Completion percentage number, career 65%. Let's take the last few years here. Let's start from 2016. What do we got? So we can go 64%, 61%, 65, 66, 68, and 64. So really kind of the last 3 years, I guess, they're kind of the main years we're focusing in on, because that's kind of when we saw the cracks on the foundation starting to show a little bit here in Seattle, where Russell Wilson kind of publicly says, hey, I want a better line. And that spiraled into, hey, I want to get out of here. And if I don't want to trade, but if I did get a trade, it'd be the Broncos and a couple of other teams. So that's really when we started to see some cracks there. About 2019, 2020-ish, so the last 3 years, but he's at 66, 68, and 64. So 64% completion percentage this season, one of his lowest, but once again, a new offensive coordinator and all that. So we'll still take the 64%. That's still solid. It's still winnable. It's not too big of a drop-off. We're not talking about like 61. We're not talking about anything under 60, so nothing too alarming in that front. Now let's check the yards. Once again, really got to see about 4,000, 3,700, 3,900, 3,800, 3,900. That does not move the needle for me. We really got to see over 4,000 yards. So first few years, he never broke 4,000 yards. First 3 years, we're at 3,100. Second year in, we're at 3,300. Third year in, we're at 3,400. But we do see it climbing every year, which is fantastic. And then finally, 4 years in, he breaks 4,000 yards. Keeps on climbing the ladder at 4,200. Takes a little bit of a step back at 3,900, 3,400 in 2018. And then the last 4 seasons, 2019, 4,100 yards. Fantastic. 2020, 4,200 yard with the bad line and all that. Still getting it done. But this season, only 3,100 yards. That's extremely low. The lowest he ever threw in a year. His rookie year was better than that. He threw 5 more yards his rookie year than he did last season. So that's the alarming part. Yes, he's accurate, but everything was kind of shallow, not throwing deep, just kind of borderline what the numbers are saying. We'll watch the tape to see if that's true. But I mean, we're getting only 3,100 yards in an extra game, and he only played 14 games here, which is the lowest this season, or the lowest in his career. He never really missed a game besides this season. But still, at the end of the day, 3,100 yards, that's a real big time low, folks. So a little concerning in that front. And then we look at touchdown to interception ratio here. Always very well done. Always basically under double-digit interceptions. His worst interception year was 2020 with 13 picks. But, I mean, we're at 10. We're at 11. So, I mean, that's the double digits we're talking about, like 10 and 11. That's not bad. But other than that, we got 9, 7, 8, 7, 5. Last season, 6. So, it's not like this man is throwing picks like Carson Wentz did his last year. 1 second. All right, so the interception numbers, they're not anything big-time alarming. This man is not turning over the ball. The touchdown numbers last season, he's at 25, and he's always about around 30 for his career. Like 30 touchdowns a year, solid for Russell Wilson. We can always kind of book that. So he's at 25 last season, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. The touchdown to interception ratio, fantastic. We got 6, 12, 18, 24. So, I mean, we're talking 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, which is absolutely magnificent. So really just kind of optically right off the bat, we're just looking at yards. So, not being able to throw down the field as often, and it has nothing to do with receivers because we're talking about DK Metcalf, who's a beast speed-wise, strength-wise. We know how strong that man is. Height-wise, the man's a nice, tall, 6'3" and above weapon out there. We also got Tyler Lockett, who's been an incredible down-the-field ball catcher as well. Can outrun anybody, can go up and get the ball. So the weapons are nothing to do with Russell Wilson. But what is the big issue with the Seahawks and why he wanted out? The offensive line. So no time to throw the ball down the field. So far, just numbers-wise, we're not too concerned with Russell Wilson, the player himself. We can kind of account the new offensive coordinator in the line of truly the downfall of Russell Wilson this season. With the lower completion percentage and the lower yards, we can kind of trace it back to the line in the offensive coordinator. So that's good by Russell Wilson. And once again, we're just posing the question out here. We still feel like Russell Wilson's great, but we're just making sure everything's checking out, folks. So here we go. Russell Wilson, numbers-wise, are all good, and that is fantastic. Now, let's see. Is there anything optically wrong with Russell Wilson? Once again, you got to take the numbers with the film with the numbers. You can't really just kind of go based on one and not the other. Really have to take everything into account, which is perfect because that's what we do here on the show. Fantastic. We look at the numbers. We look at the film every single week. The Wednesday's film study, folks. We do everything for a reason. So let's take the film with the numbers on Russell Wilson. Numbers check out, which is great. Let's see if the film checks out as well, and how we're just going to kind of, once again, how we're going to kind of measure it and all that is we've got games, we've got highlights from his rookie year, we got highlights from his Super Bowl winning year, 2013, and then we're going to compare to what we just saw last season, his kind of quote-unquote worst season that he had, and we're just looking, is anything looking different by Russell Wilson? Are we seeing optically out on the field differences big time? Anything concerning not being able to throw on the run anymore, not being able to throw those deep balls accurate anymore? What are we getting there? So let's focus on the accuracy. Let's focus on the deep ball. So let's start here with rookie year. Then we go to 2013, and then we go to 2021. So here we go. Rookie year, Russell Wilson highlights. What do we got? Rookie year coming out of the league once again. Everybody was talking about Russell Wilson the same. I know I bring that up a lot, folks, but it's a little alarming because we get big on these players and these quarterbacks, and then we always just think they're good without kind of double checking or reevaluating or anything like that. And once again, you talk high quarterbacks are so good, and then they're only good for 4 years, like Russell Wilson, only kind of great for 4 years. Patrick Mahomes only great for 4 years so far, only played kind of 4 years. But, once again, let's keep track of all of our narratives and how we feel about players. Let's consistently and continually reassess and reevaluate to keep on saying if these players are actually good or if we are seeing a little bit of a decline over time, which is not a bad thing and it's not necessarily a knock, but let's just have these thoughts. Let's air it out. Let's talk it out, folks. That's what we do here on the show as well. We talk everything out. We're showing you where we're coming from. That's why we bring up the numbers when we talk and bring up the film when we talk and all that. Talk through what we're seeing. So let's start here with rookie year. Russell Wilson, rookie year. How spectacular was this? And let's see. I mean, I'm excited to watch this. OG Russell Wilson. Let's bring us back to 2012. Let's bring us back to 2013 when we were witnessing this man live. Is he still kind of jaw-dropping great like we all kind of remember he was? So here we go. Russell Wilson, 2012, rookie year. We got a 2-minute highlight tape. Let's watch this man cook Russell Wilson. Here we go. First play up, able to just escape out of the pocket. And that's something that we truly have to kind of keep an eye on and keep track of as we watch him kind of throughout the years, and especially this season. Yes, we know the offensive line was not good, but we know Russell Wilson's an escape artist, folks. Like, let's not pretend that this man's just kind of a step back pocket passer that can't move out of the pocket. This man is elusive, and we're getting it right here, rookie year, just able to kind of run all through this Patriots defense. And this is kind of, prime Patriots dynasty years as well. So this was a great defense, we can already know. And Russell Wilson was making them all look foolish as he scrambles around out of the pocket. I mean, evading like 12 defenders, taking a hit right here. The man took a shot. 5'11", Russell Wilson taking a little bit of a shot right here, bouncing off, no problem. Tua's not bouncing off that, folks. Y'all know how we feel about Tua as a dual threat quarterback. That man's not doing that. Smaller quarterbacks, y'all know what we mean. Here we go, Russell Wilson. Oh my, and we're already starting. Look at the flick. Oh man, we're 2 plays in and I'm already gushing over the man. I love, Russell Wilson. What a treat. What a treat to watch this man's rookie highlights again. I mean, just flinging this ball in the red zone, throwing it up for, I believe, the tight end to go up and get it. Throwing it high and away where only the receiver can make a one-handed grab on it. But just look at the flick, the effortless flick of the wrist by Russell Wilson to fling this ball without even stepping into this throw. 25 yards, no problem. The arm is fantastic. Rookie year, I'm hoping that it's still living up to the hype as we progress throughout his career. But man, oh man, that was fantastic. Here we go, next play up. Ripping it from the 40-yard line, another great. Oh my God, what a connection. What a connection out here. Golden Tate, I mean, really kind of, he made Golden Tate's career. Golden Tate has not been as good as he was when he was playing with Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson's so gosh dang good. Look at this throw, throwing it from the 45-yard line, getting it all the way down to the 5, so 40 yards clean right there. 50-50 ball high and away, and what a beautiful ball. The accuracy, yes, hey, the man is accurate. And look at Golden Tate just shrugging like, I don't know how that happened. That was a beautiful ball. And here we go, Russell Wilson airing it out again, right over the shoulder right there. Once again, beautifully on the money. The accuracy, the athleticism, the arm, all of that is absolutely immaculate. Here we go, throwing on the run, and man, oh my, fantastic. Throwing on the run. We got to count the yards here. Throwing, because that's another metric we are using. Is Russell Wilson still able to throw accurately on the run here? And he's going to rip this one. Oh my God, look at him escape out of the pocket. It's so effortless. He's going to rip it from the 15-yard line on the run and get it all the way down to the opposing 45-yard line. So we got 15 to the 50. That's 35. Tack on another 5. That's 40 yards right there. Clean on the run, folks. I mean, man, doing against the OG Dolphins logo as well. Damn. Whew. What a throw. Right on the boundary. And that's nasty. Here we go. From the 30-yard line, Russell Wilson rolling out of the pocket. Going, gone. Touchdown. Nice speed there with Russell Wilson. Now, we do know that Russell Wilson is kind of a true dual threat quarterback. The man does have the speed to go along with it. And then here we go in the red zone. Man, what a high arcing ball. I love that. Y'all know I'm a sucker for 50-50 balls in the back of the end zone, and that's one right there. Russell Wilson, once again, effortlessly. The man just flicks the ball, and it's so beautiful, and it's so precise, and it looks so crisp coming out of his hands, folks. It just looks spectacular. Now we all understand why everybody was gushing over Patrick Mahomes, or everybody was gushing over Russell Wilson like we are now doing with Patrick Mahomes. This man was absolutely incredible rookie year, man. All right, last play right here in the red zone, right over the middle, boom, right out in front. I mean, the no-look pass. Can we all gush over this? Y'all gush over Patrick Mahomes. No-look passes. Matthew Stafford had a little bit of a no-look pass here, a little bit of a no-look pass right here, throwing it right down the middle in the red zone. So that's rookie year Russell Wilson looking gosh dang fantastic. Love it. Now, let's continue on to the following year, 2013, where he ended up winning the Super Bowl. Let's re-see what he did here stat-wise in 2013. We got 13-3 record. We only got 63% completion percentage. I mean, this was one of his lowest years that he had, folks. 63.1, his second lowest of his career. Only 3,300 yards, a little bit light there. 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I mean, we're only really talking about 2-1 there. So this wasn't even one of his best statistical seasons that he ended up winning the Super Bowl in. But once again, let's gauge, how is he looking? How is he looking optically right here? Is he still showing us the great things that we saw rookie year, getting even better? So let's continue to watch this man's highlights. We're not going to watch this entire 11-minute highlight package, but we're just going to get a good sense of what he can do. Here he goes, throwing on the run, and once again, that accuracy of just able to flip the hips and just let it fly. It's absolutely fantastic, and this is a little bit of what Tua does as well, and he was able to kind of fit it in between 3 Carolina Panthers defenders. I mean, what a needle. What an absolute needle that is. Holy moly, that's absolutely fantastic. So throwing on the run, the accuracy, flipping the hips, throwing on the run, it's all fantastic. The escapability right here, I mean, how the hell does he get rid of this ball? And then it's accurate on 3rd and 8 for the first down. I mean, magician status. Oh my God, the man got lit up on that magician play. Still able to make a play on the boundary. I mean, what the hell is this? I mean, this is the spectacular. This was the greatness of Russell Wilson, folks. And once again, Patrick Mahomes doing the same thing, so we understand the comparisons drawn between Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes. We truly get it, but I mean, this is how great Russell Wilson was, first couple years in the league, folks. We are not lying when we were saying, because we all know how great Patrick Mahomes is getting talked about, obviously, because, not recency bias, but he is the kind of latest edition of gush-worthy, goat-worthy quarterbacks, and we were talking the same, folks. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to bring up some articles one day, because I know I say this a lot. I am going to bring up some articles, but I mean, just watching this man, he's doing everything Patrick Mahomes did, folks, and looking absolutely fantastic while doing so. It's all, man, oh man, Russell Wilson, I miss it, folks. I mean, really that's what we do here on the show. We celebrate greatness, folks. Never overlook greatness, folks, because we don't know how long it's going to be. We all just assume Patrick Mahomes is going to be great forever. Russell Wilson hasn't been in a meaningful playoff game in a few years. So, it doesn't last forever. I know everybody thinks it does, and, you get 2-year stretch, and you're like, oh, this can go forever, but it doesn't. So, truly, gush over the greatness that we are living through, the Tom Brady that I lived through, folks. I will never knock that man. It's greatness. How can I knock greatness? That's what I'm here for. Greatness motivates me. I want to see greatness every day. Every game, I want to see greatness, regardless of the teams. Here we go, just kind of floating it up right there. Russell Wilson doing his thing. Russell Wilson backed up to his own goal line, just letting it fly. One-on-one matchup. throwing it up there, a little bit not great there, but hey, you know, you're giving your receiver a chance to make a play on the ball, and really that's all we're looking for. Here we go in the red zone, the play action, and then man, oh man, beating everybody, taking everybody to the corner on 4th and 3 and just diving for it. Man, oh man, the heart of a gamer. You love to see it. Here we go, another great, beautiful, accurate ball right here. One-on-one matchup, gets it there right before the safety can come over, and look at these receivers going out and balling out for Russell Wilson, diving and reaching up high for these passes, exposing the middle of their bodies right here, heading into the red zone. Russell Wilson just letting it fly. Look at the precision accuracy on this ball for the touchdown. They count that a touchdown? Man, oh man, that's a beautiful ball right there, folks. And this isn't Tyler Lockett. Who was before Tyler Lockett, folks? Oh man, it's good. This is gonna haunt me that I can't remember this one. Because the Russell Wilson has such great connection with all of these wide receivers, folks. Yes, we got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf now, but there was one receiver before Tyler Lockett, and I'm blanking on the name, and it's gonna drive me crazy. But his connection with Russell Wilson, I'm telling y'all, it's potentially one of the greatest wide receiver quarterback connections that there was in the league, folks. The name will come to us. Don't worry about it. There it is on the boundary again, throwing on the run. I mean, what the hell is this throw, folks? Throwing on the run. I mean, 4 defenders barreling down on him, throwing on the run, rolling out to the right here, letting it go from the 45-yard line, getting it all the way down to the end zone. I mean, we're talking about 45 yards clean there on the run, on the money, folks. It's fantastic. Here we go in the red zone. I mean, there it is again, finding those great holes. Look at this, man, love it. In the red zone, scoring touchdowns, being accurate, scoring touchdowns. How can you hate it? Here we go, Russell Wilson. I mean, this man getting pressured immediately. So, I mean, the fact that the man was truly complaining about the offensive line, that's how you know it's just gotten to a boiling point, because, he's been running for his entire career, really, but now that he says something about it, now it's just too much. So that may be why, he wanted to leave as well. Not that, he's declining or the team's declining or anything like that. It's just enough is enough at some point, and, he doesn't want to get hit anymore. So who can blame him for that, right? So throwing as he's getting dragged down to the ground, folks, horizontal on the ground, still able to somehow manage a good enough pass to get it there for the first down. It's low, but man, oh man, he's getting brought down to the ground. What else do you expect from the man? Let's skip a little bit forward in this highlight package here. Let's go a little bit towards the end of the season. Here we go, Russell Wilson once again just rolling out of the pocket, freezing defenders with this quick stop ability, and then finding Marshawn Lynch back out of the backfield for an easy completion. Then he takes up right up the middle. The speed is there. Gets out of bounds smartly, and that's another great thing about Russell Wilson. He knows when to get out, knows when to slide. And then here he is in the red zone, just throwing a nice, tough slant right there over the middle to get inside the red zone for the touchdown. Here we go, throwing it, launching it. From the 50, only gets it down to the 20 for about 30 yards. Golden Tate, another touchdown right there for the man. Absolutely fantastic. All right, let's watch 1 or 2 more plays right here. Floating it up. That's nothing great. Here we go. Russell Wilson taking off again. Throwing the last second. That's wide open. And we'll take one last play right here. Throwing it up. And another great completion. So Russell Wilson always giving his wide receivers an opportunity one-on-one to catch the ball. Gonna always place it. I mean, folks, this is it right here. I mean, just look at the pure precision and accuracy. The defender is right there all over him. And just look at that. The difference is an inch, folks. I mean, that's what we're talking about with completion percentage accuracy. You get a good reading accuracy-wise on the completion percentage. And man, oh man, this is what we're talking about. This is what high completion percentage truly shows us, that you can make the difference by an inch when the defender really doesn't even look like the receiver's open, but he is. You just got to put it absolutely on the dime, on the money, and that's what Russell Wilson has truly made a living doing so, putting it absolutely on the money, folks, absolutely on the money. So Russell Wilson, absolutely fantastic first 2 years. So now let's fast forward to this season. What did we just witness from Russell Wilson this season in a very, very, very lackluster 6-8 record, 64% completion percentage, only 3,100 yards, 25 touchdowns, 6 interception season. Now, 6 interceptions seems good, but once again, not a lot of interceptions does not guarantee wins. I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but Aaron Rodgers, who gives a damn if you only throw 4, 5, 6 interceptions a season. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're not winning the ring at the end of the year. So can we all stop making a giant fuss on interceptions? Obviously, you don't want to throw any interceptions, but take the risk. Take the risk. Some touchdowns turn into interceptions. It's unfortunate, but at least you're taking the risk. Proving to the opposing defense that you're not going to be pussy about it. Hey, I'm going to take the damn shots. I'm going to test you. Hey, if you make a play, great, but I'm going to test you. I'm not letting you get kind of bailed out for free of us not testing you. So take the risk. Throw the interceptions. Don't go crazy with it. Don't go stupid with it. Still be smart about it. But just having low interception numbers should not be a reason why you win back-to-back MVPs, folks. Can we stop that at least? Jeez. You risk it for the biscuit, folks. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't risk it, and he's only got one biscuit. He's only been to one biscuit showing, folks. Come on. Stop with the low interceptions. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy when everyone just focuses, he only doesn't throw. He doesn't win games either, okay? Who cares if he doesn't throw picks? He doesn't win games, important games. Who cares about regular season games when you're Aaron Rodgers, right? Win the games, win the playoff games, the NFC Championship games, please. Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions in the NFC Championship game and won a Super Bowl. Throw the pick. I'm about to encourage everybody to start throwing damn picks out here, folks. Throw damn 20 picks. I want to see everybody throw 20 picks next season and live and die by the consequences, okay? Stop being afraid to let it flow. Let it fly. Let it loose. Take the shots. Trust your receivers. And this goes to every quarterback out there, please. Jeez, stop with the low interceptions, okay? I'm over it. It doesn't result to anything. It doesn't show us anything. Throw the damn picks. Throw the picks. I'm endorsing every quarterback to throw 20 interceptions. We're not even going to be hounding anybody. We will not knock any quarterback next season on their interception totals at all. We are taking 1 full year off of knocking quarterbacks on their interception numbers. So go out there and play free. Go out there and play free, loosey-goosey. Yes, you will not get knocked on your interception, so have at it. I want to see 2022 be the highest interception number year. You understand me? Every quarterback, and I don't even care. Tom Brady, I know you're out of retirement. You got a legacy to protect. I don't care. Throw 20 picks. Aaron Rodgers, we know it's going to be hard to convince this man to throw 20 picks, so it's going to take a little bit more convincing than this. We'll work on our sales pitch. But I don't care, quarterbacks that are on their last leg, Daniel Jones, who really can't even afford to throw 1 interception. I don't give a damn. Throw the 20 picks. Jameis Winston, who he knows if he throws more than 1 pick in a season, everybody's right back on him for the 30 for 30 season. I don't care. Throw it. Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions and still won 8 games. Do y'all see where we're coming from? Don't go stupid with it, but take the chances. It doesn't matter. Take the chances. Y'all got me riled up now. I want to see everybody throw 50. I'm upgrading it. 50 interceptions. I don't know how it's going to be done. It's never been done. But y'all find a way to everybody throw 50 interceptions this season. Woo. I'm done with the low interception numbers. It does not mean anything, folks. Alrighty, but let's get back to the film here. Here we go. Russell Wilson's very latest season, this season, only threw 6 interceptions, which we wish we got more. But let's see what these 6 interceptions led to 6 wins look like. Yes, here we go. Russell Wilson this season, is he still showing the same things that we saw? First year, second year, greatness, wow factor, jaw dropping on the floor. Russell Wilson this season, is he still good? Let's find out. Here we go. Tape is rolling. Here we go. First play up against the Colts. Yikes, Colts. Real bad year, yes? Maybe it's better with Matt Ryan. We all hope. Here we go. Russell Wilson. Let me take this off. Who the hell put closed captions on? Here we go. Russell Wilson, first throw, and it's in the red zone, and bingo, bango. A little bit wide open, but Russell Wilson still able to find the open receiver. Tyler Lockett, so gosh dang good, folks. Able to just adjust to this ball as he's, head bent back, looking back for the ball. Russell Wilson throws it up. Lets the receiver go out and get it. Throws the ball out in open space back of the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Here he is, Russell Wilson, back in the red zone here. letting it fly. Good ball. A little bit inaccurate. Threw a little bit high and behind a little bit, but he's so wide open it doesn't matter right there. But once again, let's key in on the accuracy a little bit more. Here we go. What do we got up next here? Russell Wilson throwing dimes out here for touchdowns against a Colts team. Here we go. Next play. Russell Wilson dropping back to pass. Gonna let it loose. Oh my God. All right. Well, I don't think we have to worry about arm strength, folks. And we did not see a throw like this deep throw in his first 2 years. So let's count the yards to see what Russell Wilson is clocking in at. So let's count this one from his own 25-yard line. Absolutely launched it and got it down to the opponent's 20-yard line. Let's call it 20. So we got 25 to the 50, that's 20. 50 to the 20, that's 30. That's 50 yards clean right here. Add an extra 2, 3, 4, 5 yards right there, and we're at 55 yards clean. Tyler Lockett putting it right on the money. Oh my goodness. Slinging that thing. Wow, that's a beautiful throw by Russell Wilson. So we don't have to worry about the arm. The arm strength is still good on Russell Wilson and really kind of for that alone, Broncos won the trade 100% on that, because you got some nice speedy receivers and Jerry Jeudy and all that. Yeah, that can get open, and Russell Wilson is going to be waiting to throw that deep ball. So deep ball is still good by Russell Wilson. Love seeing that. Now let's kind of, once again, the accuracy and all that, the escapability. Here we go, in the end zone, one-on-one matchup, and just throws it exactly where it needs to be, inside. He's got inside leverage. You throw it high and inside, and that's exactly what he does. So in the red zone, in the end zone, tight throws, and he's doing it against a Colts team, in Indianapolis with their defense. This is a good, solid team, and Russell Wilson was able to kind of get the win there. Started off the season 1-0. All right, here we go against the Titans, week 2. Russell Wilson, play action, stepping up, letting the thing go deep as well. Another deep as hell ball, man. How did the Seahawks lose this season? You've got such a great deep ball connection with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, launching it from the 25 again, getting it all the way down to the 20. So once again, consistent 50 yards, no problem. I mean, man, oh man, the man's got a cannon. Still, here we go, Russell Wilson, another one, wide open, gets it there, bingo, bango, we'll take it. Let's continue on, Russell Wilson, up here, a touchdown, wide open, Titans defense, what are we doing? Tell me the Seahawks started 2-0 this season. They started 1-1. How do you blow this lead? You're up 30-16 with 13 minutes left. What the hell is that? So the defense, another reason why the Seahawks were just not good anymore. Just the defense, the Legion of Boom, obviously not living up to that name anymore. So Jamal Adams came in midway last season, midway this season. It's all blending together. But anyway, how the hell do you lose that game? That's a little unacceptable. So Russell Wilson maybe, having the right to say, hey, I'm out of here now. Yeah, okay. I think we're on Russell Wilson's side. Truly thinking that the Broncos truly won the trade. Seahawks beefed it with the man. Wide open throw there to DK Metcalf, able to thread the needle, back out of the backfield. Russell Wilson looking good. We got to see some escapability from Russell Wilson. That's kind of the last thing that we really need to see. Accuracy, it's okay. Nothing fantastic that we've seen so far. Russell Wilson, here we go. The speed by Russell Wilson. About to run about 30 yards to the end zone, diving pylon, gets it in there for the touchdown. So Russell Wilson's still that gamer that will lay it all on the line. Here we go, escapability. There we go. Oh my goodness. I mean, man, oh man, the magician's back, folks. He's honestly never left. Yeah, I don't think we got to worry about anything on Russell Wilson, folks. Man, oh man. Here we go, just another dart on the sideline, 25, 30 yards clean. Russell Wilson again out here. What do you got? Pump fakes a couple times, escapes all the pressure by the Rams, throw the ball down the field, not wide open, but man-to-man, kind of tight closing window, and just got it there in time. DK Metcalf takes a little bit of a big shot there, but still able to get it done. Man, oh man. Here we go in the red zone, looking to strike first against the Rams, and boom, another tight window to DK Metcalf, able to squeeze it in there tight. Look at that. Look at that. DK Metcalf able to burn. That looks like Jalen Ramsey got burned right there, and that's a touchdown for the Seahawks. Man, how do you bungle it this bad with Russell Wilson? The man's showing no signs of decline. Man, if he was showing a little bit of signs of decline, yeah, okay, you don't want to be here anymore, okay, we can maybe let you go, but man, oh man, the way that this man's looking and you just let this man kind of demand his way out, I think I would have dug my heels in a little bit more. I know the Seahawks were like, this man's not signing another big-time contract with us, so let's get what we can while we can. But, man, the market's always going to be there for Russell Wilson, folks. I mean, we've seen no decline here, really. I don't see really any big-time decline. I mean, there it is. Look at this. Wide open, bingo, bango, puts it right on the money. Here we go against Washington. Letting it fly. That's another wide open one. How are these receivers getting so wide open every year or every game, and then they were still losing? I don't really get what the hell was the problem here for the Seahawks. Their bad defense, the bad offensive line. Skipping a little bit towards the end of the season here. Once again, one-on-one matchup, corner of the end zone. That's DK Metcalf, baby. I'm a little upset that DK Metcalf doesn't have a great quarterback to work with either anymore. That's going to be unfortunate. DK Metcalf truly looks like he could be kind of the next greatest wide receiver. I mean, we've got some great stiff competition already with Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams, but DK Metcalf really could be up here. Here we go, Russell Wilson with the dual threat ability. Maybe not as fast as he was. Maybe kind of lost a little bit of a quarter. I don't want to say a full half step. I don't want to say a full step. Don't want to say a full half step. So maybe like a quarter step speed he lost a little bit as the years progressed. Play action in the red zone from the 1 yard line. Wait. Fires wide open. Back of the end zone. DK Metcalf. Bingo, bango. Russell Wilson again. Another decent wide open throw. So we do get a lot of wide open throws this season. I mean, look at this. I mean, he's still getting it done, so we're not going to knock you for doing for taking care of business. But, some of these throws are a little bit more wide open here. Doesn't have to thread the needle as much. That was a beautiful throw. Escapability, once again, went down to maybe a quarter of a step. But overall, he's still that great leader that we want. And, we truly overlooked the leadership factor by Russell Wilson. I mean, when we're gauging every metric by Russell Wilson, yeah, leadership is like number one on what he does fantastic. And we see this man threading the needle, launching the ball, slinging it around, escapability. And the leadership is truly, that's how much it truly kind of just jumps off the screen, jumps off the charts, is that great leadership. So heading into Denver, new team, I'm sure he's going to get those guys right and everybody buying in. Teddy Bridgewater's not a leader, folks. Drew Lock's not a leader, so that's going to be something welcomed in Denver, having a great winning leader at the quarterback position. So, all right, last play right here. Let's watch it in the red zone. Russell Wilson tie 24-24, 3rd and goal, and look at that escapability. Takes a little bit of a hit. Yeah, once again, I would definitely say a little bit of a lost a quarter of a step there speed-wise, but still the gamer, as always, reaching over the goal line as he makes contact right on the goal line, and that's a touchdown rushing for Russell Wilson. So, Russell Wilson doesn't really look like he's lost any ability from, his great success Super Bowl-wise to, last season, 6 wins, not great. But overall, Russell Wilson, we've got no doubt with this man heading into the next season, folks, which is exactly what we want to see. We don't want to worry about Russell Wilson. We still want Russell Wilson to kind of, strive for greatness in the Broncos and have success with the Broncos and just have an overall great career. Seems like a great guy, truly deserves it, and everything that he does is just flawless. I mean, where's the knock on Russell Wilson? Literally, is there one? Is there an overall knock, not just football-wise, but personality-wise, person-wise, leadership-wise? Where's the knock on Russell Wilson? So, truly seems like he deserves all the success that he has gotten so far and will continue to get. So, Russell Wilson, we had no doubt, a little bit of doubt, little tiny doubt, little fraction of a doubt that posed the question, is this man still good? And we have our answer. Yeah, that man's still good. That man's still good. Yeah, that's the official stamp. That man's still good. That man's still good. So, Russell Wilson, sorry that we doubted you briefly, but we're looking forward to see what you can do in the AFC in Denver. New, fresh scenery. Hopefully everything's to your liking and you can continue to dominate and maybe kind of be as magical, as jaw-dropping that you were immediately years 1, 2, and 3 that made everybody fall in love with you and draw comparisons real early to the greatest of all time. So, Russell Wilson, Broncos fans, get excited. Seahawks fans, that stings. It stings. Hey, let's all be honest. It stings if you're a Seahawks fan. So, Russell Wilson's still great. So far, Broncos won the trade. We still have to watch Malik Willis and see if the if the Seahawks even get Malik Willis, because we know the Panthers are looking at him, and the Panthers draft before the Seahawks, so we still aren't going to know truly until draft night and then still having the season play out to truly see who won the trade. But at first glance of the whole Russell Wilson is still good. So far the Broncos have won the trade, and we will continue to break all this down as we progress. But this is where we're going to have to end it for today, but it's all good because we got the entire Russell Wilson section out of the way. So now we can move on to college quarterbacks, looking at them. Malik Willis, there's also another quarterback that's kind of, making its way. Kenny Pickett, another quarterback that could be taken in the first round. So got to still look at these two quarterbacks. We still got to look at Jimmy Garoppolo. We still got to look at Baker Mayfield. We still got to look at one other person. Who's the bigger name? I'm forgetting. I guess we got to look at Trubisky a little bit. Mason Rudolph, I got to put you all in your place a little bit. So we got Russell Wilson out of the way, looking real good. So now that clears the way for these other quarterbacks that we must get established before next season tips off and as we progress through this offseason. So Russell Wilson done and shut. The man's still good. If there was any doubt, it's all put to rest. Russell Wilson is still that dude. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We are back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, doing it all over again. We'll see what tomorrow brings us. We'll break down March Madness. We'll break down the NBA. We'll break down any breaking NFL news if it kind of restarts back up again. Did we miss anything today? Anything kind of crazy happen as we were going today? Or are we finally having one good, non-wild day that kind of shakes everything up? So seems like everything is calm today. But man, oh man, we see news breaking at every minute of every hour of every single day. So don't you say, well, it's over, it's past noon, so nothing's going to happen. Nah. You got to be on your toes. So everything's good to go for right now. We'll see if anything breaks in the interim between now and tomorrow, but we will be back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, doing it all over again, potentially looking at another quarterback, maybe even Malik Willis. Let's get some draft talk going, shall we? How are these rookie quarterbacks potentially going to fare out and where they're going to land and if they're good and who's better than who? So we'll try to investigate that in the next couple of days. So we are back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, doing it all over again, folks. It's been a pleasure. Have an absolute great one. Michigan. Let's root for Michigan tonight, folks. Plus to 5. Love Michigan. They're jumping off the screen to me, folks. I got to bet them. We're betting on Michigan tonight. Bet on Michigan tonight. Win a little bit of money, and we're back tomorrow, maybe betting on Notre Dame, depending on how well Michigan does tonight. Alrighty, folks. We are out of here. Have an absolute great one, and we will see you tomorrow.